Hi there, it's Derek from Pacific Coast Auto here in Japan. We're looking here at a Honda Stepwagon Spada version, which is the uprated version of the Stepwagon, which is a cool little Japanese minivan, kind of smaller than what you would see typically in other countries, especially North America. This one was bought from auction through Pacific Coast Auto, and it's going to be exported over to Canada under their 15-year rule for imports. And so this being a 2004 makes it now exactly 15 years old, and so exactly importable. And I do very much like these. They're very small size wagons, but lots of room inside because of their boxy dimensions. They are a 3-row, so you get 1, 2, 3 seats, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seats in it. And then this one, because it's the Spada version, has different seats than the original version of the Stepwagon, which is a little bit more convenient, or I guess different than the other version. I like them quite a bit though. You get a 2.4 liter inline 4-cylinder made by Honda, and so it is built to last. Hopefully, we don't really have issues with Hondas, and I personally drive a Honda. This engine's available in my Honda minivan, but mine has the V6 instead. Stepwagons never came with the V6, they only came with the 2.4 liter, which is a little bit weird because in Japan you get cheaper registration up until 2000 cc, and then after that it costs you more. And so this vehicle here would be a good step more expensive for people to buy than the earlier version of the Stepwagon, and so you would consider this more in the realm of a luxury minivan than the original version of the Stepwagon. And then styling is different. It uses the same box, but the front end is different, the taillights are different, and the interior is quite a bit different as well. Okay, so there it is. There is your toaster. Alright, let's take a look at the auction inspection sheet, and then we'll go around the exterior and look at any sort of damage to the exterior and to the interior. Just going to take that off because we got glaring sun and glaring skyline. And we got a full lot today, as with every day it seems. Okay, I'm going to quickly translate this for you from Japanese into English. And so let's have a look. 2004 Stepwagon Spada. Now the Spada is considered a different model, but it is based off of the Stepwagon. 24T, auction rate 4, interior C, exterior C. I think actually interior and exterior are probably a little bit better than C. 103, 500 kilometers on there. That's original mileage, original pearl paint, and it says original wheels are inside the car. These ones here are Bridgestone wheels and Yokohama tires. And they're winter tire, but they're all worn out. And then the original tires are in the back, and they're all worn out. And so, 2 sets of worn out tires. Okay, so these notes here are the sales points. It says purchase from user, aftermarket Navi, power sliding door on the left side. Comes with a digital TV tuner, so if you're in Japan, you can watch TV in the car. Xenon headlights, original aero parts. Look at those original aero parts. Side skirt. Very unremarkable. Thank you. I wonder if he thought that if I write this, maybe we'll get a higher sales point. Original aero parts. Yes, people want to see that. Reverse camera. That's cool. It's actually it's not original. I think you can get these with the original reverse camera, but I don't think this one is. And then toll collection box for Japanese highway. Over here is all of the marks. You can see not very many marks here. It says windshield rock chip. Interior scratched, wear and dirty, and then winter tires on there. It keeps trying to focus on my finger, which is dirty because I checked the oil. Don't look at my finger. There's a clean one. Seat is saggy, and then A3 is a large scratch, so 2 large scratches here. This part has been repainted. This part has a medium dent, and the front bumper is misaligned. Also various scratches, dents, and repairs to the car, and wheel scratched. Okay, so what does that mean to the actual vehicle? And this is quite interesting information too, because a lot of people, you have to buy based on the information on the sheet there when you're buying from auction, and then it can be hard to understand what those marks mean on the car. And so this is unique information on YouTube as to the condition of the car based on the auction sheet comparison to the real life version of the car. Alright, so it's looking pretty good. And yeah, minivans are super common in Japan, and people buy them like crazy, and the market is flooded with minivans, and so they are pennies, but more than pennies. I mean, this one's going to Canada. There are literally no more pennies in Canada because they got rid of that part of the currency, and the smallest, I just found this out because I went back to Canada. The smallest coin that you can get there is now 5 cents. But yeah, prices, very reasonable. Can't say what this one was, but you can get these. The Spada version is more expensive than the regular version, but still, because it's so cheap, it's not really that much of an increase. And so these are usually about 100,000 yen to 150,000 yen for a good condition one. I think this one was a little bit less than that. And then that would be like $800 US or so. Plus, of course, fees to get it in. But overall, you get usually a nice low mileage car for a good price compared to what's available in your market. Okay, so headlights, foggy, and there's some clear coat scratches, so you have to sand that out. Also, they said A2 in the front bumper, so there's some damage there. And also it said misaligned, so you can see it's a little bit coming off. Like the tape has come off of this lip piece, the original aero parts. Comes with these extra widened fenders over the regular version of the Stepwagon. Where was that YouTube? Where was it? I think it is on this front fender here. Right there. So that one there is a medium dent. It's probably about the worst of the body damage. Go over to the other side here, and they said that there is a 3x2 on this side. So here's one of them, and it's deep, so you wouldn't be able to buff that out. And this one here you probably would be able to. And we got one in here, and that one probably would be able to. There's a scuff down here on the body kit. The original aero parts. Wow. Buy my car, it has original aero parts on it. And it's not only that seller. That's a really common thing. Oh yeah, and I'll show you here in the back. These seats in the back can slide back and forward like a foot or so, and right now they're in the full forward position to give room for these original wheels and tires in the back, which if you're the owner of the car, then you get to have those. We are not going to pretend that the car came with no parts so that we can save on money on shipping and stuff. We don't play that game. I'll show you the seats from the other side in just a second. No signs of rust anywhere around the gutters. This car would really be too new to really have to worry about that, but I guess it's good to mention. I do like the tail lights. It's a good look. And Stepwagon. And I think it's cool to get a little quirky Japanese minivan from like in a country that never had them, because most people aren't going to notice. And then the people that do are it's gonna put a smile on their face to see something that's a little bit different. Okay, this part here is the part where it was repainted, so you can see a bit of paint wave in there. Okay, and then you can see that U2 from another angle here. Alright, underside looks nice and tidy. Let's go into the interior here. These, because Japanese people love to smoke, but I don't believe that this one was smoked in, so that's good. Interior is a very nice gray two-tone. I quite like this color for minivans. It's a good color for hiding dirt, but this one seems to be pretty clean, so you wouldn't have to hide the dirt very much. Spada is cooler looking in the dashboard, has cooler looking gauges, has armrests on the seats, flip down style armrests. And then they said the driver's seat is saggy, so you can see a little bit there and here. Okay. Steering wheel has little to no wear. You can open the door with a button. This one has only one sliding door on that side. A lot of the minivans started from this era to get them on both sides, but not on the Stepwagon. There you go. I do like the look of these. Simple, but good looking. Just like me. I don't maybe I shouldn't have said that. Okay, so a navigation unit there that's not going to work outside of Japan, but it also has a CD player and the reverse camera included in it. The AC works. You can see the controls are all in a nice condition. The shifting is good. No wear on the shift knob there. Place for yo cups. No center thing. The last Stepwagon that I bought had a little center thing here that you could flip down so that you could still walk through, or flip it up. Same thing as my minivan. And then it also had really big console boxes up here, which I thought were going to be on every Stepwagon because that was my first. This is our second one, and I guess they're not on every Stepwagon. Okay. Looks like wood, but it's not. So no trees were harmed in the making of this vehicle. Okay, and really easy to move from the front section to the back section, which to parents, which is the majority of people who buy minivans, that's a very important thing, especially if you have young kids. So 2 cup holders here, and look, cool box. So, you know, kids are always like, my parents not cool. Well, now you are, because you got the cool box. So this is a place where you put your drinks, or anything else that you want cooled down. And it runs the AC through the system to keep your drinks cool. That's very cool that this one has this, because the last Stepwagon that I bought did not have it yet. So, which one do you want? Do you want the overhead boxes, which are they're very cool but somewhat useless, or do you want the cool box, which is very cool and will make your kids still like you when they're teenagers? Also has bags here, and then these ones snap off like that, and then you can bring them in with these handles. So it's like always have an echo bag with you. Great idea, love that. And then you got 2 of them, and they say Stepwagon on them. One over here. Just Velcro that back on. Oh no, I'm in the back here. Oh, that's okay. I got a cup holder. I got that, and a cool box, and a window that opens. The regular version of the Stepwagon, this window doesn't open, only on the Spada version. And you get blown in the face if you want, or you can direct it to another place or turn them off. Okay, getting into the back seat. Is it easy? Will I get hit by Honda Life? The answer is no. Okay, so these ones are a little bit weird. Watch how it works. If you want, you can pull this. You can do that with that other one too, and then you can put more stuff here. Or when you have these up, put them forward like that, and you can do that with that one as well. And then you can have more room to get into the back, or you can have this as a storage zone, and then these back ones are flipped to the side style. So that the backrest goes down, and then the whole thing will be flat, and then you can flip it up to the side. And also you can do it with everything. So basically this turns into something like a bed. That's how you do it. It's really easy to do it, but there's tires in the back, so we wouldn't be able to do it without getting the tires out. That window pops open with the pop style hinge in the rear, so does that one, but then this one doesn't. Oh, that AC is nice coming up from the vents. Okay, this is a little bit weird once you have it in that position to get it out of that position, because in order to make it slide forward and back, it's not this one that you pull. Oh, it is. Oh, I've just made my day. I thought that it was this one, which was jammed up against the side of that thing, but it wasn't. It's a redundant switch. So this one and this one do the same thing, but this one also bumps this one forward. So a little bit complicated, but if it's your van, you'll figure that out, because you are a smart person, and I believe in you. That is the end of Stepwagon Party. I'm sorry to anyone who wants to continue partying in the Stepwagon, but if you want to, you're going to have to buy one for yourself, or you can buy a GTR, or a Delica, or a Turbo Vitz, or a broken truck that's been there for a month and a half. Okay, there you have it. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and have a nice day.